Hey guys, it's Jennifer from Live, Laugh, Love to Read. Today, sorry, sneeze. Nope. I'm doing a book review on Don't Look for Me by Wendy Walker. So, I think I'm going to give this book 4 stars. 4 stars. There was some things I liked about it, and there were some things I'm like, eh. But let's get started. I'll tell you what it's about, and then we're going to talk about it. Says, one night, Molly Clark walked away from her life. The car abandoned miles from home. The note found at a nearby hotel. The shattered family that couldn't be put back together. It happens all the time. Women disappear, desperate to leave their lives behind and start over. She doesn't want to be found. Or at least that's the story. But is that what really happened to Molly Clark? The night Molly Clark disappeared began with a storm, running out of gas, and a man in a truck offering her a ride to town. With him is a little girl who reminds her of the daughter she lost years ago. It feels like a sign. And Molly is overcome with the desire to be home with her family, no matter how broken it is. She accepts the ride. But when the doors are locked shut, Molly begins to suspect she has made a terrible mistake. When a new lead comes in after the search has ended, Molly's daughter, Nicole, begins to wonder. Nothing about her mother's disappearance makes sense. So, our story alternates chapter to chapter. The one chapter is the daughter Nicole, who isn't a young adult. And then the next chapter is Molly, the mom, who has been basically kidnapped by this man who has a young daughter that's about 6 or 7, something like that. So she gets in the truck with him because he offers her a ride. And there's a hurricane, so she takes the ride. But basically he has kidnapped her and he's not really letting her go. So, in the beginning, he puts her in at first he doesn't do anything suspicious, but then he does because he won't let her leave to go call her family and all this. He does put her in a room. It's like a laundry room with like a tile floor, and that's it. And it's like really cold. He keeps her in there for like 3 days without food and all that. But then he ends up putting her in a bedroom that has like a wire, not wire, what's it called? Like a grate in front of the door. And it has like a little thing down at the bottom where you can open it and slide a food tray in. Yeah. Bars on the window. The weird thing is he leaves for many hours in the day, but he leaves his daughter there. And she gives food to Molly and such, and sometimes comes in the room and sleeps with Molly and all this. So Molly is traumatized because she had a daughter. She has 3 children. And her youngest daughter, I want to say her name was Annie, has died. And I'll just tell you because it kind of tells you in the beginning. Molly is the one, she accidentally hit her with her car in front of their driveway, and she died. So she almost feels like, okay, this is my punishment. Because she's felt guilty all these years. And now, okay, this is my punishment, you know. But she starts playing with the little girl and kind of getting in her mind and finding out. Because the man has told the little girl that she's allergic to everything outside. So that's why she can't go outside, basically. Yeah. Which, you know, is a lie. But, so you have Molly's chapters, and then you have Nicole, the grown daughter's chapters, who is looking for her mother because everybody else has decided she just walked away. She just didn't want to be there no more because the whole family has fallen apart because of Annie's death and all this. So, like I said, we're going back and forth with the chapters. Some of the things that I didn't like was, how do I say it? Nicole had a drinking problem, and she slept with a lot of men and everything because she actually seen the accident where her little sister got hit. And so she feels guilty because she was the one babysitting, and she ran outside and and on and on. So her and the mom have this guilt going on. The dad is in the picture, but he's really not that much in the book because they don't tell his point of view at all. But I kind of felt like the characters needed more, what's the word? Character? Because there was too much repetition for me for the way Molly felt about the accident. And I almost feel like that was just filler for the story. You know what I mean? Like the author just kept telling us what she was feeling. And it was the same thing over and over. Like, okay, I get it. Let's move on. So that was one thing that bothered me. I liked the storyline because it was different than, say, the guy who kidnaps the woman and he keeps her in the basement and he's really mean to her, locks her in the cage, blah, blah, blah. This isn't really like that. Molly's in a bedroom with a bed and like a bedroom, but she can't leave the room, even though the little girl knows where the key is. So there is something that happens. Like she gets in the little girl's head. What's the little girl's name? I can't remember. But she does get in her head to where, not really tricking her, but she's like, ooh, okay, so, because she wants to leave at this point. She's like, okay, if this is my punishment, fine. I've been punished long enough. Now I want to leave. So she starts trying to get into the little girl's head, that's another thing. The little girl kind of been brainwashed by the dad. Is like, okay, you're allergic to everything outside. You can't go outside. And you can't let her out of the room unless it's an emergency. So they create an emergency, yes. But that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm giving it 4 stars. I would have gave it more if there wasn't so much of what Molly was feeling about her daughter's death. Because it was too repetitious for me. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got. 4 stars. So, this is the first thing I've read by Wendy Walker. I might look for other books by her. I don't know if she has any more, but I might look. Yeah. So, if you've read this book, let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. That's all I got. If you like this video, give me a like, and how about a subscribe? And don't forget to check back for more book videos coming up soon. Thanks, friends. I'll see you next time.